Welcome in, everyone, to Fantasy Pros. This is my underground lair. It's long and hard and full of fantasy analysis. Joe Pisapia will not be here today. Instead, I placed him in a burlap bag and beat him with reeds. Pretty standard, really. Joining me instead, along with me, is my number 2, Mr. Deadpool, sometimes known as Derek Brown. It's good to see you, Deadpool. How's it hanging, brother?
Well, Joey, you might be wondering why the red suit. That's so the trolls don't see me bleed.
Right. That's probably a good thing. Also joining us, as always, is our producer, John. They tell me he's very esteemed. I don't know why, but I'll just go with it. Today, we're going to talk about the trade deadline. Lots of moving and shaking in the NFL. A lot of things to break down. A lot of stuff to talk about. We're also going to take your questions. I'm told I have to, even though you're just insolent people. I'm going to have to listen to you anyway, which is fine. So I'll go ahead and I'll do that. Whatever. I'm still getting paid. So we're going to talk about you and all your feelings and the things you want to talk about. Great, terrific. So I guess if you've got questions, you could drop them in the little chat, and maybe I'll pick it out if you're special, and we'll talk to you about your problems with your fantasy football team. You've got big problems, don't you? Your fantasy football season's not going so well. That's a big problem. Yeah. Not as big of a problem as not being able to get sharks with frickin' laser beams on their heads, I bet. But I digress. Let's talk about who the sponsor of today's show is. Do we even have a sponsor for the show today? Oh, no. Great. Terrific. So instead, let's give away a jersey. This is from Dak Prescott's personal collection. We're giving it away. All you have to do, I'm told, is subscribe to the YouTube channel. That seems pretty easy. Drop a comment below. Sure, why not? And then, of course, you have to click something. I don't know what, but you got to click it. You got to click it a little bit. A little clicky click. and then all of a sudden you can go ahead and you can ring the bell for notification. So if you are the big winner of this Dak Prescott Dallas Cowboys jersey. I heard he's the best quarterback in the NFL. That's what I hear. It could be a rumor. I'm not sure. All right, let's go and get to questions here. Before we do, there's some trade deadline stuff to talk about. Derek Brown, a.k.a. Deadpool, can you tell me, please, about the trade the Minnesota Vikings just made? They have Joshua Dobbs now playing quarterback for them. Seems like a pretty big move, I guess. I don't know. What do you think about this, D-Bro?
Well, Josh Dobbs might be super, but he is no hero. I think this is a push, Dr. Evil. I think this is something just hoping for things to get better, but we've seen when we can expect that at Dobbs.
Well, what does it do? What does it do to say Jordan Addison, right? Because I think a lot of people were a little upset about, oh no, Kirk Cousins is hurt and now Jaron Hall is going to play quarterback. Well, maybe for a week, but Joshua Dobbs, can he sustain Jordan Addison?
I think it definitely could happen, Joe. Or excuse me, Dr. Evil. Yeah. I think that can
Don't
definitely
call
happen.
me Mr. I didn't go to 8 years of medical school to be called Mr. Thank you very much.
I think it could definitely happen. I think with Dobbs there, we're going to see probably similar pass volume. Maybe they take a step back because he's no Kirk Cousins. But again, this is what you probably would hope for versus what? Nick Mullins, Sean Mannion. These are the heroes that you wanted today? No. So Josh Dobbs, it's a push.
All right. Also getting pushed out the door. We also have a few guys from the Commanders. So we have Chase Young going, Montez Sweat going. Do you care at all about this? Does this move your needle?
Not much, Joey. I think it makes the San Francisco 49ers a top 3 to 5 fantasy defense. Considering we've seen bumps in the road, their secondary has struggled over the last few weeks. But looking at them moving forward, Chase Young applying the pressure up front, whew, that's going to be nasty.
All right, let's go and take your questions. Let's go and do that. Sounds like fun. All right, Paul Lapp is the first question up. Is Musgrave worth holding on to?
He is worth holding, and I think he's going to be close to my top 12 tight ends. The matchup this week versus the Rams is absolutely fantastic.
Good. I'm very excited about that matchup. Zach Skelton. Oh, that sounds like Halloween. I like that name. Skelton. That's fun. He wants to know 2 QB league. Should I pick up Will Levis? Will Levis had a couple touchdowns, but are you buying the Levis? Are you buying the rookie, or was it just some bad coverage from the Falcons?
I think it was a lot of blown coverage, and not to say that Will Levis is not viable in fantasy. In 2 QB leagues, absolutely. You need to be picking him up. But it also depends on who you're dropping, Doctor.
Well, who would you rather have rest of season, Joshua Dobbs or Will Levis?
Oof. Give me Levis.
Very good. All right, let's get to the next question here. Ando A. What to do with Addison and Pollard? Pollard underperforming and Addison lost his QB. Vikings traded for Josh Dobbs. Okay, so what do we want to do here? I mean, you've already invested in Pollard. Seems like you just need to put your head down and just kind of suck it up, right?
Yeah, I agree. I think you're just going to have to deal with Pollard. Volume is there, but I can't tell you the production's going to be there.
The next one is from Dirt Diggler. Which bench RB to drop for Fournette? Pierce, Singletary, Jalen Warren, or Roschon Johnson?
Oof. Give me Devin Singletary. We thought that maybe he was going to take over the backfield. That didn't end up coming to fruition. Still not a great place for fantasy production, but I would be dropping Singletary here.
You'd be dropped. So do you think Fournette does anything?
I think he eats enough into James Cook's workload to just be a thorn in the side. I mean, I think this really just punts Latavius Murray into the shadow realm at this point.
That's what we were discussing earlier. We did a show with Brandon Murchison. We did a wonderful show with him, and we talked about that Latavius Murray is no longer a thing. I think that's what we talked about. So that's really what's happening here, isn't it? Leonard Fournette came in. He's like, I don't think so. And he's out. Is that what's going on?
I think it's going to be a mess. I think this backfield is going to be a total mess, Doctor. Something like a Yakov Smirnoff opening for the Spin Doctors at the Iowa State Fair type of mess.
Sounds like a good time. Sounds like college for me. All right, let's go get to another question. Victoria Fuyana. Would you trade Stephon Diggs for A.J. Brown?
If you can get A.J. Brown, sure, but it feels like more of a push.
It does. I like AJ Brown. I like guys with initials. Sounds cool. I like it. Adam Barnell. Will Carr and Olave get on the same page this year?
I think so. I think it's going to happen. I think
You
we
think
saw the
so?
first step towards that with the Saints looking better last week. I mean, Shaheed had a blow-up game. Carr looked the best we've seen all season. I don't think that's saying anything crazy right now. But, yes, I think that they are eventually going to hook up.
Very good. Let's get to another question here. Gab de Bleus. I think I knew a de Bleus. When I was in France for a year, I think I knew a Lou de Bleus. Probably a different person, but maybe they're related. I don't know. Gab wants to know, is Zack Moss still valuable or not? What do you think? JT's kind of taken over. So what happens here to our friend Zack Moss? Is he just done? Is he dead? Deadpool?
He's not dead. I mean, he's on the list. You want to throw some money into the to the Deadpool, that's fine. But I think he still has value. Still gonna be an RB3 moving forward and a high-end stash handcuff.
Very well. Let's move on to another question. Robbie Thomas, 18. Drop Waller for McBride or Kincaid?
Can I say both? Yeah, I mean you want people still starting Waller. It's a bad situation. I don't think he's going to be out for a few different weeks. If you could stomach to pick up both of these guys, they both have top 12 upside, and as well as now you have the depth to make a trade.
Very good. All right, let's go to another one. Let's do Ryko Raekwon. Sounds like my homie that I was doing time with when I was locked up. That was in the third movie. Hard Times. Okay, let's go to Ryko Raekwon. It's my boy. It's my G. Fashizo. I keep playing Madison. I have Demercado or grab Zack Moss off the waiver wire. Which one should I do? By the way, that's the most fun name you could possibly say in Dr. Evil voice is Emari Demercado.
I would go with Demercado on this one. We talked about this in previous weeks. Yes. You can run on the Browns.
Great. Okay, good. Let's go to another one. Stephen Woon. Do I drop Stafford for Minshew, Love, or Levis? I've got lots of options. Which one do you want to do?
We're going to ride with the mustache this week.
I'm not touching that. All right, let's go to another one. Edward Dela Cruz. Trade ATN for Eckler and Pollard. ATN for Eckler and Pollard. You're getting two of those guys. Edward, I think you're a little cuckoo. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to actually happen, but you could try it. If you can get that done, sure.
It's going to fail. It's going to be a miserable thing. I think that's what's going to happen there. Let's go to Mike Matthews. Should I be trying to move Hawkinson? I have Goddard. So here you go. You've got two tight ends. Which one do you want to lose? Derek Hawkinson, now without Kirk Cousins, or is it Dallas Goddard?
I would say bye-bye. Bye-bye, Mr. TJ Hawkinson.
That one hurt. I'm a big fan. I'm a fan of the Hawkinson. I like him. That one hurts a lot. It does. Let's move to the next question here. DD23FFF, and then it says DD23FF. What the hell's going on here? What the hell is this, John? Who the hell is this person? Why are they asking these questions? I don't even understand. Need an RB. Well, that's great. We all need things. Trade Calvin Ridley for who? Can you throw this guy a freaking bone here and try to give him somebody you could trade Calvin Ridley for? We talked about him on the trade podcasts today. We just talked about him.
You're hoping for maybe an RB2, but you're probably wishing. I don't think it's actually going to happen. I mean, you're looking at most of the RBs. Oof. Maybe Raheem Mostert, probably not. How about go buy low on Devon Achane?
I like it. I like where your head's at. Let's go to another question. Jess Dabbs. Do we sit Hollywood Brown after this trade? Now, you're going to probably sit him this week, you think? You want to sit him this week? And then go right back to the well? You're sitting him. You're not a fan of the Clayton tune?
No, not singing that tune. Mm-mm.
That's funny. That's a good joke. You've got jokes. Deadpool's got jokes, everyone. Look at Deadpool. He's got jokes.
It was a bad dad joke. Don't call attention to it.
Right. Funny guy. Let's go to R. Peaver. Do I drop Kyler Stroud for Levis or just hold tight? What are you doing?
Ugh.
Why does everyone think that Will Levis is a thing now? I don't understand.
One good game against blown coverage versus the Falcons can do that, Joey. So we shall see. I'm not making that move.
Dominic Gazzetti. I'm in a 20-team league. Oof. I'm 4-4 in ninth place. I have Purdy. I have $46 in Fab, and Will Levis is on the wire. How much do I spend to get him in a 20-team league? I don't know. Do you want to chase Will Levis? Is that what you want to do when you have Purdy already? I know it's a tough situation right now. That's for sure.
12 to 15%. Probably not more than that. I mean, it's a 1 QB, but it's a deep league. So, yeah, 12 to 15%, which means you probably might not get him for that. What do you think, Doctor?
I'm not going to throw too much. I'm not going to chase the Will Levis. I mean, Will Levis is still the guy who puts mayonnaise in his coffee. That's still weird to me. And I know he had a couple touchdowns, and somebody says, "Oh, look what happened there. Look, DeAndre Hopkins is a star again." No. It was just The Perfect Storm, which is also a film I believe George Clooney was in. Didn't win any awards, but it was out there. Blockbuster. Made a lot of... You remember the boat went up? Remember the boat goes like this? You know? Scary. I wouldn't want to be on that boat. I think Mark Wahlberg was in that too. I think he was. I could be wrong. Everyone from New England was in that movie. Okay, let's continue on. SMN. What are your thoughts on Gibbs and Javonte for the rest of season? Love Javonte. Can't get enough of him, but Derek Brown. Gibbs, lots of split decisions here when it comes to Jahmyr Gibbs. Some people like him, some people don't. Which one are you? Number 2.
I'm definitely in the camp of Jahmyr Gibbs. I think he's top 15 back the rest of the season. No, Montgomery is coming back, but we've seen what this looks like. Now the Detroit Lions defense looks like it's got a few holes in it we can poke, and maybe that leads to some more negative game scripts, and Jahmyr Gibbs has shown he can make big plays. So as much as people are going to still bellyache about Jahmyr Gibbs, and especially when David Montgomery comes back, I want Gibbs.
Devious Thomas. I like this name. It's evil. This is a good name. Devious Thomas. You and I can hang out together. Maybe we'll get a Coke after or something. Is Christian Watson droppable? Ooh, this one breaks my heart, Derek. What do you think about this? Christian Watson, do you want to drop him?
No, I think it's overreactionary. I get it. And I've told people that Jordan Love is not a thing. He has not been playing good. But dropping Christian Watson is too much. Too
C.
much.
Holmes, 155. I got offered Bijan and Amari Cooper for Jalen Waddle. Not hurting an RB, but what are your thoughts, homies? Full PPR.
Oh, take that. Take that deal immediately.
Bijan and Cooper for Waddle. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a little risk, but it's a lot. All right, let's go to the next one here. Anthony Rishia just traded away Pollard for Garrett Wilson and Rashad White. Thoughts?
I think it's fine. I mean, you're getting an RB2, an ugly RB2, but Pollard hasn't done much. So I think it's a win.
Kyle Krajec. I can't even say this name. Should I panic on Cooper Kupp? No. A lot of people are concerned about Cooper Kupp. Why aren't you concerned about Cooper Kupp?
We just honestly got possibly the best. Oh God, he's gonna go Kupp.
Cooper Kupp.
Shut down the stream. Shut down the stream, John. Shut it down. No, he's doing it.
I'm doing my dance. What's the matter? I like Cooper Kupp questions.
Things that give me a headache.
Cooper.
No.
I'll do it again if you want me to.
No, not again.
I
don't need this in my life. No.
Cooper Kupp, what's the 411?
The best information we could have gotten on Matthew Stafford is that his thumb was not fully broken, but that it's a sprain. So we're looking at Sean McVay says he's day-to-day. I think that it's more maybe a short-term that he's out, that kind of like Justin Fields. So not for the rest of the season. Just push the brakes with Cooper Kupp. I'm not getting rid of him. I'm not trading him, and I'm not freaking out.
Another one of my homies from Lockdown, Trigger Trey, wants to know, how do we feel about D-Hop going forward? I want to trade him, Derek. I want to trade him hard.
Oh, immediately. Put him on the block. Trade him now.
Dalton Henderson, what are we doing with Puka Juice and Kupp? Are we holding, or is it time to sell for $1 billion?
It's still not enough. It's not enough.
No, $1 billion, not enough.
No,
what about
not enough.
$100 billion? No?
I mean...
Still not enough?
Still not enough.
Very well. Nathan Red, do I trade Jahmyr Gibbs? Interesting time of this question, I think.
Depends on what you're getting back. High-end wide receiver 2, I'm totally fine with that. Even a low-end wide receiver 1, but you're probably not going to get that. Feels like somebody wanting to probably buy low on Jahmyr Gibbs. Good luck.
One thing that you should never buy low on is your fantasy tools. In fact, FantasyPros is free, so if you haven't already, make sure you download my playbook. It's fantastic. It's the most evil of all the different fantasy tools out there, including the multi-league assistant. And say you're juggling a lot of evil things going on in your life and you're trying to run your fantasy football teams and you feel a little overwhelmed. FantasyPros will help you simplify things with FantasyPros multi-league assistant. You can see the latest news, notes, rankings, everything for all of your evil fantasy football teams. So go do it. FantasyPros.com/myplaybook, or just go to Fantasy Football My Playbook in the app. Go search it wherever you get your apps. You've got apps, don't you? Everyone's got an app for that, I feel like. There's an app for this, there's an app for this, there's an app for everything, I feel like nowadays. Be more like Lamar. I wish I was. Would you drop Musgrave for McBride?
Oh, in a heartbeat. Easily.
So one game, you're good. You're a big fan of the Trey. Trey McBride's your boy.
Tell me this, Doctor. Where's the good game from Musgrave that we could tout about?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
No?
I haven't seen it. Exactly. That's my boy. Trey McBride. That's my boy. Let's go to Sell Quest. Will Joshua Dobbs be able to help the rest of the Vikings? We certainly hope so.
We hope.
Hope is here. You know what I do right now, Sell? I would be buying Jordan Addison because I think people are panicking. They want to get rid of him, take a shot, buy him cheap. And then that would
Does that also extend to Justin Jefferson? Are we buying him as well, good doctor?
You could. I think you should. I think it's a good idea. I think so. Let's go to D. Martinez Espinal. PPR for rest of the season. Pierce or Madison? Which one do you want to keep?
Ew. Could I say neither? But if I got to pick one, it's Pierce.
Shh. I've got a whole bag of shh. You have to pick one. You can't just pussyfoot around it. You have to pick one. That's what the people want. Zippy.
Pierce. Give me Pierce.
When a problem comes along, you must zip it. Zip it good. You look like Zippy Longstocking under that mask, I bet. Super fast TT. Do I trade Ridley, Demont, Madison, and Tank Dell? Do I trade Ridley for Demont? That's a cool name. Now we're calling him Demont. I love when people make up nicknames that don't exist for players. I love that. What's up, P-Sizzle? What's up, Demont? Really?
Jad.
I think you're cool. You're going to trade Ridley for Demont, Madison, and Tank Dell. It's a lot for Ridley. You get all of that, you do it.
Yeah, you do
it. A lot. Stop making up names super fast. Super dumb. Okay, Brent Mason, PPR. Should I trade Mostert and Lockett for Henry, or is that too much? Or should I stand pat? Or should I have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Brent has a lot of questions.
Can you have the peanut butter and jelly while you make this trade for Henry?
I don't know. I hope he's not allergic to peanuts. Oh. But should I trade Mostert and Lockett for Henry?
Yes. Do that in a heartbeat.
Stay balling. Word. Would you trade Gus for Nico Collins?
Yes. If you can get Nico, absolutely. Big buy low.
Mike Cousins. Manager offered Lamb and Monty for Chase and Lawrence. Your thoughts?
Ooh.
Lamb and Monty. Or
yeah,
Demont,
give me the Lamb
he's
side.
Known in the hood.
Give me the Lamb side.
He's known as Demont on the streets. On the streets of Detroit. He's Demont. That's what I hear. Anyway. So you want Lamb and Monty? You want Chase or Lawrence? What do you want?
I want the cool side. I want the Mont side. Maximum effort.
Over Chase? What the hell's going on here? Go to Kevin Agbagoon. Whatever. 12-team PPR. Scott or Mini-Me? Oh, I think that's pretty easy. I mean, Mini-Me is pretty much my heart.
Mini-Me side.
I love the Mini-Me side. But he did betray me. And at the end, Scotty was evil. So I guess I'm sort of torn between these two things. It's really a problem. My family history is very complicated. My father was a relentlessly self-improving boulangerie owner from Belgium with a low-grade narcolepsy and a penchant for buggery. My
Here we
mother was
go.
a 15-year-old French prostitute named Chloe with webbed feet. My father would womanize. He would drink. He would make outrageous claims like he invented offensive pass interference. Sometimes he would accuse chestnuts of being lazy.
Help, John.
The
John,
sort of
help.
general malaise that only the genius possess and the insane lament. My childhood was typical. Summers in Rangoon. Luge lessons.
Help.
In the fall, we'd play Superflex weeks. It's
Help.
pretty standard. Let's get to some more questions. Sheila Maloney. Should I drop Purdy for Carr and Ingram for McBride? You got two things here. You got a quarterback, you got a tight end, you got two things.
Yes and yes.
Very well. SoCal 100. Trade Waddle, Komet, and Aaron Jones for Tua and Hawkinson for PPR.
Ooh. No, I'm not getting rid of Waddle. He's the best person in that trade.
So you're keeping the Waddle, the Aaron Jones.
Keeping the
What do
Waddle.
you think of Aaron Jones rest of season? We ever going to see Aaron Jones? We're going to see our friend Aaron Jones, or is it done? Is it over?
I think it's over, unfortunately.
It's pretty depressing, don't you think?
Sad stuff. Very sad stuff.
Yeah. I miss not seeing running backs of that caliber anymore. Let's go to another one. Nolan Weiss. Hold Addison or sell? I think you'd hold him unless
depends on what
somebody
you get. Probably
gives you a
holding
lot
though.
for him. Like $1 million. Maybe then you do it. Otherwise, no. Let's go to Desmond Beckford. Should I try and trade DeAndre Hopkins for Gus Edwards or aim higher?
Aim higher.
Really? You think you could pull that off?
I mean, you could get more than Gus plus. That's for sure. We don't want to chase a 3-touchdown game.
No, I know. It's time to sell. I get it. I hear you, dog. Denise Purnell. I need a tight end. Should I drop Marvin Mims Jr. or keep him? And which tight end should I pick up? I guess McBride. That's our dude. That's our guy that we want to pick up.
I don't know who's out there for you. I guess.
But Marvin Mims doesn't do anything and he's on a bye. So what the heck?
Yeah, he's easy drop.
David Levy. Dr. Evil, what can I get for Pierce and Stevenson? You can get a nice warm glass of
peanut butter.
That's what you can get.
You can get a peanut butter sandwich. That's about it.
You can get a habayadai. You can get one of those, maybe.
Served fresh and hot.
Habayadai. Scotty Doan. David Pierce and Stevenson, not much. Could you get Aaron Jones for that, and would you want it?
You probably could, but I can't say that I would want it.
What about Joe Mixon? I like guys named Joe.
Yes.
Did you do that? You think you could do that?
Mm-hmm.
You can pull that off?
Oh, yeah.
That's a baller move. Is it a baller
definitely
move?
a baller move.
Word. Okay, let's go to Joe Santo. Throw me a freaking bone here. Seriously, Joe. What do I do? Do I start CJ Stroud this week, or do I go to the waiver wire for Carr or Mac Jones? What do you think about this?
I'm going back to the well. Go back to CJ Stroud this week.
I think I like to have Carr on my bench just in case. Just in case. Okay. Crystal Rodriguez. Would you trade Debo for Pollard? Is that a deal you want to make?
No.
I mean, if I can get Pollard, hell yes. You can take Debo all day long. Give me Tony Pollard.
I'll take Debo. 1 week left, and then he's back. I'll take Debo.
He has exactly the same amount of points this year as he did last year at this time. Isn't that fun for Tony Pollard?
Oh, that makes me sad. That makes me so sad.
But that means there's better days ahead. Tony Pollard is the guy. I know he hasn't scored touchdowns. I know that's super depressing.
He's not breaking tackles either. That's the problem.
Stop depressing me. You're making me sad, Derek Brown. Let's go to Cameron Cook. Cameron wants to know, who do I pick up in place of Cousins? I have Murray on the IR. So who's your best streamer here? Cousins is out. Kyler's not back yet. What do you want to do here?
Derek Carr or Gardner Minshew? Top two names this week to stream?
I like Carr. That sounds like
I like Carr too.
Yes. By the way, you're the best evil co-host I could ever ask for.
Oh,
that's right.
Because
I'm surrounded by freaking idiots here most of the time.
Well, you know, Joe, you know why we get along so well, right? Because my crazy matches your crazy. Big time, buddy. Never mind. I take it back. I take it back. I take it back.
It's Carmen has a question. JT for Kupp. in non-PPR? You better answer quickly before I dance again.
Yes, I would do that.
Do you want Kupp over Jonathan Taylor?
Jonathan Taylor could be dealing with an injury right now. I know that there's some worries and speculation swirling around that, but I'm not getting off the Kupp bandwagon.
Alexander Mercer has a question. He traded DeAndre Swift and Terry McLaurin for Ken Walker and Amari Cooper. Your thoughts, Pool?
Oh, I like that trade. Yeah, I would have done that.
McLaurin. You like Ken Walker. You're a fan.
I do.
I feel
I also
like
like
you're a
Zach
big fan.
Charbonnet.
Gab de Bleus. What's up, pros, bros? My question is, will Gus Edwards have RB1 upside the rest of season? I think people are drunk on the 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, extremely drunk.
But could he be a high-end RB2? Could he be a number 2?
A low-end number 2? Maybe.
A low-end number 2. Okay. Christopher E. Trade Love and Puka for Purdy and Diggs. Love and Puka for Purdy and Diggs.
Do that.
How the hell is that happening?
I don't know.
But drunk and make trades?
You wait until midnight. Wait until late. All the Halloween cocktails kind of set in.
In the meantime, while you're waiting for crazy people to do crazy trades like that, make sure you go ahead and you also make your picks on bettingpros.com/NFL contest. We have weekly prizes. Make 5 picks every single week. And then 100 picks on the season. And just like that, you could win a Jackson Smith and Jigba autographed jersey. I like saying Jackson Smith in Jigba. It's fun. So go ahead, join the community. Go click that tab on Betting Pros app. Join the Betting Pros contest or go to bettingpros.com/NFL contest. There you go. That's what we do. Also, you might as well know, everyone, if you're looking for tight ends, and I'm always looking for a good tight end myself, you're looking for Trey McBride, our waiver wire pickup of the week. That's right, on Sleeper. That's where I'm going to go after this. Going to run to Sleeper, make sure I pick up all the Trey McBride. 95 receiving yards, 10 receptions, 14 targets. That's a lot of targets. Also, with a touchdown. Trey McBride, breakout game. Is any of that sustainable now? Do you think when Kyler Murray comes back, the Trey McBride's still a thing, D-bro?
Oh, I absolutely do. I think he's a top 12 tight end the rest of the season. Usage is there. He's running the routes. The production there. Before even this week, he was top 10 in basically every metric you could pull up. He was top 10 in receiving grade, 3rd in yards per route run, 5th in yak per reception. It's all great. It's wheels up for Trey McBride.
There you go. All right, let's get to the next question. The Habs fan 92. Should I trade Nico Collins? And if so, which player should I target? I don't know what his true value is. Ha ha, ha ha ha. It doesn't sound like you're taking this seriously, Habs fan. Sounds like you think this is a joke. Am I a joke to you? Is that what you think? So what do you think, Nico Collins? What do you want to do with him? What's his value?
I don't want to trade him away. I want to hold him. I think what you saw out of Nico to begin this season is still absolutely there. We just had a few down games from CJ Stroud. Hold him.
The Cosmic Realm, trade Mostert and Kyler for Derrick Henry, PPR League. I don't need Kyler. If you don't need Kyler, you just trade
if you don't need
Mostert
Kyler, do it. Yeah.
There you go.
Absolutely
Bonus. That's why you keep putting good OGs on your roster all season long. That way you can make trades like this. Arlo Moorer. Is it time to drop Roschon Johnson?
Oh, sadly, yes.
If you needed to, you could. It's depressing. Yeah. I'm a little sad. In my heart. Dylan, trade Olave and James Cook for Garrett Wilson and Javonte Williams. I think yes.
Yes, if you can get Javonte, absolutely do that.
It hurts you this week, though. So if you need a W this week, that could be tough. No Javonte. But Olave and Cook, I don't know where they're going. I think Williams going up. Garrett Wilson, last 2 games, has been good. It's been okay. Let's go to BMBC. Drop Love for Howell back up in the PPR League.
I mean, absolutely. Jordan Love doesn't deserve to be on any rosters at this point.
JB Bruno. What 2024 draft pick should I offer for Tyler Lockett? You want to lock it? You want to zip it up? Lock it.
I'm guessing we're approaching this from Dynasty. Probably, I wouldn't even give a 24 pick because nobody's going to take a 24 third for him. At most, probably a 2025 second
round pick. A 25 second. Why not just go 24 fourth instead?
Because nobody's going to accept that.
Well, you could try. You could give it the college try, See what happens. Let's go to Jahai Scott. Sup, fellas? I just traded Mostert, McLaurin, and Sun God for Cooper Kupp, Josh Jacobs, and Drake London. What do y'all think? Mostert, McLaurin, and Amon-Ra getting Kupp, Jacobs, and Drake London.
Feels like a push, and I kind of like the pieces you gave up a little bit more, to be honest.
I don't like giving up the Sun God.
No, I don't either.
He's a stud. Let's go to King Louis. Leonard Fournette. You're supposed to ask us before you make trades. Okay? Everyone always does that. I hate it. What do you think of this trade I just made? And then if I don't like it, then you get sad and depressed. I don't like it. Let's go to King Louis. Leonard Fournette, Zach Charbonnet, or get Ferguson as a tight end to back up Darren Waller. Who do you want to add from the waiver wire? I like Charbonnet.
Charbonnet or Ferguson?
Augusto Kashinian. Mixon or for Collins and Pollard.
Yes. If you need the depth at wide receiver, yes.
How in the hell are you going to get Mixon or give up Mixon and get Collins and Pollard? That's highway robbery. Highway robbery. That's ridiculous. Frank Allen, what can I get for Rhamondre Stevenson and Calvin Ridley? Are either in a bulk deal or separate? What do you want to do with those guys?
You're really hoping for a wide receiver too, with that trade. I mean, and it's really not great. Oh geez. From some of the names I think you probably could get, like you go out and get Nico Collins. Maybe you can get Deontay Johnson. Maybe Christian Kirk coming off a bad game.
Maybe you could. Maybe it's time to just move on, see what you can get out there. Would you like to have, let's say, Javonte Williams and Cortland Sutton? Is that good enough? No. Take the two guys and the Denver Broncos on the bye.
It's pretty good.
Something like that.
I would take that.
There you go. They did go to Christian Kirk. What about Deontay Johnson? What about him?
I would take Deontay. Mm-hmm.
There you go. Let's go to kicker. Trade away Aaron Jones and Devonta Smith for Ken Walker. I think that's a lot to give. D-Bro, your thoughts?
I think it's appropriate. I think you could probably get somebody added to the Ken Walker side, considering the game that Smith is coming off of.
Z Bricks wants to know, need a QB week 10. Carr versus Minnesota. Geno Smith, G Diddy versus Washington, or Howell versus Seattle.
Let's go with Chef Geno on this one.
There you go. Enzo the Baker, do you remember me? I've been streaming QBs all year. Should I pick up and stash Kyler Murray? Do you think he has any value? Do you really? You're from the neighborhood, Enzo the Baker. This is, by the way, it's a Godfather reference. Derek doesn't get this because
I'm not going to get that.
He's never seen The Godfather.
Here we go.
You call yourself a man. Certainly not evil. Any good evil man has seen The Godfather. You know how to run your family. So what do you think about it? Use guys. I know it's an infamia, he says, but it's slim pickings out there. So what do you want to do? You want to stash Kyler Murray? Sure, why not?
Stash him. Why not? What's the downside?
Demille Jacobs. Hey guys, would you start Pierce, Schultz, or McBride at flex? Dealing with a few injuries in the bye, so he's between McBride. A rock and a hard place. McBride. He is our pride. He is our waiver wire pickup of the week. By the way, if you want to win a cool jersey and be like the cool kids, this evil Dak Prescott jersey can be yours. All you have to do is subscribe to the Fantasy Pros YouTube channel. Click the bell till it goes ding. Drop a comment below. And just like that, you could win that beautiful, pristine, white not Dak. Who said Jack Prescott? I don't even know anymore. It's Dak Prescott. That's his name. Don't laugh at me. Silence! Whatever. Dak Prescott. Who knows? You want the jersey? Drop a comment, subscribe. Check out my YouTube channel, y'all. That's what you do. That's what the kids say. The kids always say that now. They say, hey, what's happening? It's my YouTube channel. It's me. It's your boy, Dr. Evil. Smash that like button. That's how they talk. That's what they do. Let's go to another question. Let's go to Stephen Woon. Thoughts on Cooper and London for Amon-Ra St. Brown? Give me Amon-Ra all day.
Oh, Amon-Ra.
All day.
Easy. If you can get that, go ahead.
Start Roshan Johnson or Akers at RB2.
Whoa.
Akers. Lots of running. Lots and lots of running. Let's go to Rich Crumfold. Offer Darrell Henderson and Alexander Madison for Aaron Jones. Which way you want to go? Henderson and Madison for Aaron Jones.
Oh,
His name is Alexander
Aaron Jones.
Madison.
Aaron
His
Jones.
name is Alexander Madison. And there's a million things he hasn't done. Just you wait. Just you wait. Let's go to Wolf 30. Who would you rather have rest of season? Aaron Jones, Gus Bus, Nico Collins, or Jackson Smith in Jigba?
Give me JSN or Nico.
Okay. Let's go to Westfall. What can I realistically get for Gibbs?
High end wide receiver 1.
Really? A
CeeDee
high end?
Lamb. I mean,
Could you get
Brandon
Ayuk?
I think Ayuk.
Oh,
yeah, that's the name.
there
I was
you
going
go.
for.
Look, we're
Yep.
friends again. We said the same thing at the same time. Isn't that cute? That's adorable. I love you. I love you. Okay, let's go to another one here. Let's go to Piyush Mehta. Kyle Pitts or Arizona tight end? Which one we want to go with? I love that he calls him Arizona tight end. He won't even acknowledge Trey McBride's name. His name is Trey McBride. Say it. Say his name. Say it!
Loud. I'm
Kyle
going
Pitts
McBride
is some
this
guy
week.
from Arizona. Welsh is a guy from Arizona. Scott Bogman, he's some guy from Arizona. I believe he's in Texas now. Because Arizona wasn't evil enough for him, so he moved to Texas. So who do you want? Do you want the guy from Arizona?
Give me the guy from Arizona. Yes.
That's sad for Kyle Pitts. I'm sad for him. Will Kyle Pitts ever get a real quarterback to play with?
Magic 8 Ball says no. Probably not.
Could be. We'll see what happens. Let's go to another question here in the chat. Kyler Hagan, Ingram and Lawrence have a bye. Who do I pick up? Ferguson, Trey McBride. Those are the first two guys that come to mind. Yes?
Yes. If it's deeper, if Logan Thomas is out there, I think he's stream worthy. Those are the top 3 names off the top of my head.
Get Swifty. There's another question here. Cam Akers rest of season. Drop or keep free agent budget for Trey McBride.
I mean, I would drop him for Trey McBride easily.
Okay. Jason Lindenbaum. Ferguson or McBride off the waiver wire to replace Waller.
McBride.
You happy with your Darren Waller? I know you're a big fan in the beginning of the year. Does that make you
Bad
depressed?
Deadpool. Bad
Bad
Deadpool.
Deadpool. Yeah. Sad. Darren Waller at one point was
Deadpool.
tight end 3. That was nuts. Okay? It's crazy. It's cray-cray. I know what people were smoking. They were probably smoking the marijuana or something.
Bad Deadpool.
It's too much. Darren Waller. 3. It's crazy talk. Let's go to another one. Let's go to another question we could take. Superfast TT. Do I trade Sutton Downs and Romeo Dobbs for James Conner and DK Metcalf? Sutton, Downs, and Dobbs, Conner, and DK. It's a lot of pieces going around.
It's a lot of pieces. I would say,
in theory, Conner and Metcalf are the better pieces, but neither are really healthy, so you're taking a risk. It's the kind of risk super fast that I would take if I was already a playoff team and I'm looking ahead.
yeah, if you're looking
I'm
long
fighting for my
term,
life,
I
I
agree
think
with
this is a
that.
problem.
Yeah, I
It's a
agree with
problem.
that.
Don't put the cart before the horse. I don't know what that means, but people say it.
It's like, what
Let's
does that
go-
mean?
Well, if you put the cart before the horse, then the cart's pulling the horse.
And the
I
cart's
guess?
pulling the horse?
Or is the horse just pushing the cart? It seems like
Or
a disaster.
are they both just standing there because the horse isn't doing anything?
I'd like a horse with a laser beam on its head. That'd be
Oh.
nice. Andres Flores.
Never needed.
I need a tight end this week. Got to drop somebody. So who do I drop? Josh Downs or Addison? No. I don't want to drop either of
No,
them.
there has to be somebody else.
No.
No.
This seems like a 4-team league. Is that what this is? Putting in a 4-team league? No. You could trade one for a tight end. Maybe you do that. Or you just go ahead and figure out someone else to drop. Astel. Who can I get for Kittle? What do you want to trade for Kittle?
Why are you trading Kittle away?
Well, because he's on a bye and he's been kind of depressing most of the time. It's a good reason. It's good.
He went for almost 150 yards and a
He
score
did.
last time.
And the last time he did something was like a month ago. So look, if you want to trade for him, would you take, I don't know, Dalton Kincaid and Gus Edwards? No, you're not doing that.
No.
Okay.
It's not enough.
What about
Dalton Kincaid and like a wide receiver 2, possibly?
What about Dalton Schultz and what about Dalton Schultz and James Cook? Did you do that? Did you take that one?
No, I wouldn't do that.
Ew.
If you could get somebody like in the low end wide receiver 2 territory, like
What about
Drake
Jack
London and
Prescott?
Kincaid or
Would you take
McBride
Jack
and a
Prescott?
wide receiver. Mm.
Dak Prescott? Zach
Jack?
Prescott? Any of the
Jack?
Prescotts? That's why I said Jack. Any of the
I,
Prescott
I,
guys?
I would go with Jack over Dak.
Any of them? Okay. Let's go to another one. Ross Durham, longtime listener, never answered. That's sad. I feel sad for you. Well, now your luck is about to change. Dare you answer my question? I might. I dropped Will Levis for Tank Dell before Sunday's games, 2 QB Superflex League. Did I mess up the rest of season? Probably not. Depends on how bad your quarterbacks are. It depends on how bad.
No, I think it's fine.
Look, it was fun, but I would not count on Will Levis to keep rolling along. Not going to count on it.
That's probably his best game of the season. I don't think it's crazy to say that. I mean, it's 4 touchdowns, but still.
Next up is Stephen Miz. Do I drop Dameon Pierce, Tank Dell, Niners defense, or Trey McBride? I need a tight end because Kittle's on a bye.
Pierce.
So who do you want to drop? Who?
Pierce.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
He's gone. Jason
Bye.
Young. Would you drop Pitts for McBride? Who?
Yes.
Salty. It's getting salty in here. That's a lot.
That's a lot. But it's true.
I know. It's just a lot to take in. Okay. All right. How about new? All right. Let's go to Michael. Who is the better rest of season quarterback? Is it Howell or Dobbs? Asking a lot of Dobbs to just come into a new system and be really good. Probably Howell. Probably.
Yeah.
Samuel Bravo. Is Jeff Wilson droppable?
Depends on who you're picking up. All the drops always depends on who you're getting. If you're dropping him for Trey McBride, yes. If you're dropping him for Rashid Shaheed, yes.
Desmond Beckford wants to know, trade D-Hop for Tony Pollard. If you could do this, you're my hero, Des.
Yeah, I'd do that.
You're my hero. Yeah, I'll do that like it's begrudging. Of course you'll do it. Tony Pollard's still good. Don't get upset just because he doesn't have 5 billion touchdowns. Or 10 million touchdowns. D-Hop had one good game. Let's not go crazy here, folks. Let's not go crazy. Rick Herrera lost Cousins. Will you pick up Levis or Dobbs as a QB2?
Levis.
Okay. Nate Presnell got Stroud and Ritter at QB. Should I drop Ritter for Howell, Minshew, or Levis? That's a long pause. That's what they call in the business dead air. Just want you to know. That's what they call it. You gotta be quick. You gotta shoot these out here. Stroud and Ritter at QB. Should I drop Ritter for Howell or Minshew or Levis? Minshew is safe. Howell is fun. Levis is Levis.
Howell or Levis. And I lean Howell.
Right. Okay, let's go to another one. Nolan Weiss, hold Addison or sell. I'd kick the tires and sell, see what's going on. If not, you hold and you hope for the best. Let's go to Carlos Venegas. Burrow or Pollard for Gibbs. That's too much.
Yeah, that's too much.
Why are you giving away Pollard for Gibbs? Why are we chasing that? Because when David Montgomery comes back in 2 weeks,
that backfield's
goes back to number 2, how's that trade going to feel? It's not going to feel good. No, it's going to feel bad. It's going to be a bad trade. Let's go to another one with a snap. Hey, Halloween bros, is Sanders and any Bears running back not named Herbert droppable?
Yes.
I think so.
Yes.
I think so. Let's go to Benjamin. Pick up Taysom Hill, McBride, or Schultz for Laporta's bye. Which one of these tight ends you like the most? Taysom Hill is tight end 1 every single week, I feel like. I know McBride is fun, but I'd pick up Taysom Hill. That's what I do. I know it's not pretty, but he's been a tight end 1 3 weeks in a row. We can't deny that. I don't want to deny it. And Dobbs isn't playing this week. It's Clayton Tune. Taysom Hill, Benjamin. That's what I'm saying. Amon Traden. Which wide receiver should I trade to get Kelsey if I have no good wide receivers?
What?
You don't understand this question.
I don't have any good wide receivers. Who do I trade to get Kelsey? What? If
I have no good wide receivers. If you have no good wide receivers, how are you getting Kelsey? Throw me a freaking bone here, Amon. Okay? Need some help here, Amon. Bro. All right, let's close things out here on this one here. Let's go for Arlo Moore, drop Roshan and pick up Charbonnet or Fournette or Demario Pop Douglas or Rashid Shaheed. That's a lot of people. What's your
Shaheed
order
or
here?
Charbonnet.
Shaheed and Charbonnet.
Yeah.
That sounds like a place that I visited once in France. It was a good
Sounds like a
time. It was
dog
a fun
grooming
weekend.
business.
It could be. It could very well be. We hope you enjoyed Halloween. Everyone be safe. Check all your candy for syringes and razor blades, because I hear that happens. Some evil people like to put things in candy, so make sure you check all of your candy. Don't just go eating it yourself. I want to thank our producer, John, for doing such a wonderful job. If you want the Jack Prescott or Zach Prescott jersey, whatever the hell his name is, go ahead. You know what to do. Drop a comment below. Subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell till it goes ding dong. And just like that, you could win a Prescott jersey. Zach, Dak, whatever his name is. I don't really care. Don't forget also my playbook. It's really cool. Check it out. Sync all your leagues. Win all your leagues by syncing your leagues. You know how to do it. It's an evil, fun app. You should download it, and it's free. And don't forget about our bettingpros.com/NFL contest. You can join that bad boy too. Win some Jackson Smith in Jigba jersey. It's pretty nice. Pretty good. That'll do it for us. Happy Halloween, everybody. We'll see you next time, kids.